There once was a young man who felt demotivated and worried about himself and his life. He struggled with feelings of worthlessness. In working place, his leader and colleagues not appreciate and not encourage him. Because of that, despite he working hard, convinced that no matter what he did, he couldn't seem to find his true value. One day, in a moment of deep frustration, seeking guidance, he traveled to a wise monk who was known for his deep wisdom. The young man approached the monk and said, "Monk, I don't feel like I have any worth. I try hard, but nothing seems to make me valuable. Can you help me understand how to increase my value?" The monk smiled gently and handed him a simple, rough-looking stone. "Take this stone to the market," the monk instructed. "Try to sell it, but when someone asks for the price, don't say anything. Simply hold up 2 fingers. Do not actually sell the stone, no matter what offers you receive. Come back to me afterward." Puzzled but obedient, the young man took the stone and went to the marketplace. He approached a fruit vendor and showed him the stone. The vendor asked, "How much for the stone?" The young man held up 2 fingers. The vendor offered 2 rupees, and the young man shook his head, remembering the monk's instructions. Next, the young man visited a jeweler. The jeweler looked at the stone carefully and asked, "How much do you want for this stone?" Again, the young man held up 2 fingers. The jeweler thought for a moment and said, "I'll offer you 200 rupees. The young man was surprised but shook his head. Finally, the young man took the stone to a precious gem dealer. The dealer examined the stone closely with a magnifying glass. His eyes widened as he realized what he was holding. "Where did you get this?" the dealer asked in awe. "This is one of the rarest gems I've ever seen. I'll give you 200,000 rupees for it." The young man was stunned and quickly returned to the monk. He recounted what had happened, still holding the stone. "Monk, I don't understand. The fruit vendor offered only 2 rupees, the jeweler offered 200, but the gem dealer offered 200,000. Why is this stone valued so differently by each person?" The monk smiled and said, "My son, just like this stone, your value depends on who perceives it. Some will see you as ordinary and offer little in return, while others will see the rare qualities within you and offer much more. But ultimately, it's not their perception that matters, it's how you perceive yourself. To increase your value, you must first recognize the rare gem within you. Know your worth, and then surround yourself with people who recognize and appreciate that value." The young man nodded, understanding for the first time that his value was not determined by others' opinions but by his own self-awareness and the company he kept. From that day on, he worked on nurturing his unique qualities, cultivating his skills, and surrounding himself with those who saw and valued him for who he truly was. Over time, he realized that the more he valued himself, the more others valued him as well. In reality, life often mirrors the lesson from the monk and the stone. Many of us, like the young man, spend time feeling undervalued, allowing the opinions of others to shape how we see ourselves. But the truth is, our worth isn't determined by what the world initially offers us. Some people, like the fruit vendor, may only see a fraction of our potential, while others may recognize our hidden talents and offer us more opportunities. However, the key to truly increasing our value lies in recognizing our own unique qualities and contributions. We need to invest time in understanding ourselves, developing our skills, and building self-confidence. When we learn to see the rare gem within, we naturally attract people and opportunities that reflect our worth. In life, it's not always about waiting for others to recognize our value. We must first recognize it within ourselves. By doing so, we align with those who appreciate us for who we are, and in turn, we find the respect and success we seek. The value we hold is always there, waiting to be acknowledged, not by others, but by ourselves first.